Good morning everybody from this small little coastal town of Ucluelet. Look at this. I'm at a campground right now, Ucluelet campground, and it's right next to the marina, which is so serene right now. The tide is high and it's just dead flat. It's so still out there. It's so beautiful. Been such a peaceful stay here in Ucluelet. We've actually extended our stay a couple of times now. When we first arrived, we drove down into this campground here and we were in the RV, obviously. We pulled up, parked up, and then we're like, wow, this is just so peaceful. So immediately I extended for one night, and then a little bit after that, I think it might have been later that evening, I did extend us for another 4 more nights as well. So we're enjoying our stay here. It's very, very peaceful. But this morning I'm going to take you for a walk around Ucluelet. We're going to go and maybe grab a coffee, and I've also got a little mission that I'm on, which I will tell you about as we get further into town. But first of all, how nice is this little campground? You can see a map here of the campground. We've got quite a few sites to choose from when we came in. There's not very many people here right now, so we had a lot to choose from. The girl at the reception, she gave us a bunch of options on a little map. We did a little bit of a drive around just to figure out where we liked the most, but we've decided to stay here at number 10. We're kind of elevated. We can see mountains over this way, the marina over this way, but they've also got forest sites, sort of sites up here near the Wi-Fi and amenities and things, and then this takes us out onto the main road. So we're going to head into Ucluelet town. But yeah, look at these mountains as well, beautiful. And then the other thing which has been super fun here is there's just wild deer roaming around. It's so peaceful here. It's kind of like a little bit of a, I don't know, fairy tale place, which is why we kept extending it. But yeah, the deer, they've been around the last couple of days, just wandering through the campsite, eating grass. We woke up yesterday and they were just perched on the rock behind our RV, just munching on the grass, just chilling, so cute and so I don't know, trusting, I guess. They're not running off away from people when people are nearby. I guess they're just used to the campground and all the people there. But yeah, we're basically at the edge of Ucluelet town. This is kind of where it begins. So we've got the big welcome to Ucluelet sign. Actually, I'll take you over there because it is kind of cool. It's got a carving of a big bald eagle right on the front. Let's check it out. So this is the main road here, Peninsula Road. And then we have welcome to, look at that eagle up there. Welcome to Ucluelet. This place it's actually not too far away from Tofino, which was where we were last. It's about 30 minutes up the road. So it's still got kind of the similar surf town sort of vibe, but the landscape here is a bit different to Tofino. Up in Tofino it's much more long sandy beaches, and then down here it's more rugged, kind of exposed rocky coastal outcrops. But I think it's much cheaper to live down here in Ucluelet as opposed to up in the very tourist heavy Tofino. So I think a lot of people kind of live down here. Maybe they work up there or surf up there. But yeah, it seems to be a lot of young people around town as well. This is something I've noticed in other places, in northern New South Wales, back in Australia. Byron Bay. You might have heard of Byron Bay. It's like a very, very famous surf town, but now it's become like a bit of a hotspot for celebrities of Australia and around the world. I think some other celebrities have chosen to have little houses there, but it's super expensive, like multi-million dollar houses, properties, and it's just basically priced out all of the people who are in the service industry. They're kind of like the cool people who actually made Byron Bay really cool. Now they, I guess, like struggle to like find accommodation in Byron Bay that's accessible. So yeah, it seems like that kind of same thing is happening here, where you've got the place which was cool, surfy, kind of like, you know, like alternative, and then it's like getting too expensive, I guess, for those cool people. So yeah, but down here as well we've got much of the same things that Tofino offers, such as like the wildlife tours, kayaking. There's the Ucluelet Inlet, which is just down near that marina where we were just before. That Ucluelet Inlet stretches a wee way up into, well, up the way here, and it creates a very like calm kind of harbour. There's the marina over there, you can see it. But as you'll see, as we're walking around, Ucluelet is like got that alternative vibe still. It's very like quirky. They've got like a bit of a local slogan here, which is "Keep Ucluelet Weird," which gives you an idea. I mean, look at this place here. This is like a little gift store full of knickknacks and stuff. Well, we've got a map here as well. Oh, so this up here, that's the Ucluelet Inlet, so it stretches quite a way up, you see. And then we've got heaps and heaps of islands out here. We are going to be doing something on the water here this week, but it's not going to be a tour. We've already done the bear tour in Tofino. Oh, look at this. And that's a great shot, but this is the slogan, "Keep Ucluelet Weird." But yeah, obviously it's a quirky place, which may have been part of the charm, which made us want to stay here for a bit longer. Yeah, so later this week we'll be doing a kayak tour just within the inner harbour here. I think we're on a double kayak because it makes it a little bit easier to film if someone's paddling and someone's filming. But that should be quite fun, and we're not going out into open water, but we're hoping to see some otters, maybe some seals. We have already seen some sea lions down at the harbour, so we'll go down there, take a look, see if there's any sea lions down there. They like to hang out around the aquarium. But yeah, let's go and grab a coffee in town and show you a little bit around Ucluelet. It's a lovely day here. As you can see, it's not too cold. What is the date? Just for your information, it is the 12th of May. So not too early on in the season, but definitely like not the height of summer either. But yeah, there's still some cute little houses around. Little like, I guess like traditional houses. There is actually a lot of development up on like the headland of Ucluelet. Really, really modern houses. They look really super nice, like luxury stays. There's quite a few like apartments and suites and stuff up there, up that way as well, which we're working on trying to get a stay up there, but we haven't worked out anything just yet. But part of the mission that I'm on this morning is to go to a beach where we were yesterday. We were filming around the headland, and we need to go and retrieve my drone. It's hopefully washed up on the beach. So what happened? Yesterday we were out obviously filming a video for our other channel, and everything was going fine. There was no trees. I was over the open water within the legal restrictions of like Canada's drone safety rules and everything. And yeah, all of a sudden the drone just like dropped out of the sky and just fell into the ocean. We're not sure if it hit the rocks below, but yeah, the drone is in the ocean, which is obviously, that sucks for me, losing the drone. But the other part of that obviously is like, now there's a drone in the ocean. So I need to go back and do my best to try and get it out of the ocean. We don't want it like degrading, right? So that's kind of the mission today, is to go back and do a bit of a recce to see if it's like possible. I know the spot where it's at, luckily. Hang on, I'll just wait till we go past this lawnmower. There's lots of lawnmowers going on. There's a bit of artwork around Ucluelet as well. It's quite an arty place, and this is some of the art that you can see. There's like, obviously the surf culture here. Blinking heck, it's all going off here. But yeah, that's one of the first spots as you come into town. But we're basically in town now, and you can see some of the more like traditional houses here. And then now we're going to start to see some of the shops and the offerings of Ucluelet. This being one of them, Pena Art and Clothing. They're not open right now. It's still kind of early actually. It's just before 9:30, so I don't think everywhere's like open yet. And this is a gallery, which actually I'd love to go in and check out. It's called The Wreckage, but it hasn't been open since we've been here. But it looks like it would be a cool place to go in and have a look around. It's like, yeah, obviously as an artist who collects the driftwood and creates sculptures and everything out of all of this, looks really cool, eh? So yeah, more of a where do salmon get their music? They stream it. Cool little place, eh? And this place here, the Red Fish, what is it? The Red Fish Restoration Society, I think it is. They're actually the main charity of the Triple Plank, which happens in Tofino last week. So they do like a, it's like a triple plank competition where they do, I think it's snowboarding up a mountain, and then they do surfing down at the beach at Cox Bay, I think it is. And then they do a skateboarding competition as well. And all of the profits from that go to that Red Fish Society. We got some food trucks here as well. And this place here, I checked out the menu. It looks looks actually pretty good. They do subs, so it's like I guess it's a Subway, a variation, a traditional, not industrialized Subway. But there's also the Army, Navy and Air Force Unit Veterans Club, Unit 293, which looks like it's a bit of a community hub as well. I've seen some like events on. I think they do like an open mic night. They do like board game nights and kind of like local community events here. So I do get the impression that Ucluelet is like quite a community focused like place. It seems that way just from like all of the, I guess, the places that we've the posters and things that we've seen around town as we've been wandering around. We had breakfast in this spot here yesterday. This is the Heartwood Kitchen, and Yeah, the breakfast was super good. They do an eggs benny, don't skip it. There's a old motor inn here, like a motel, but it's recently been renovated, so it's still the old building, but inside I think there's some quite nice modern looking rooms. I've got a little tiny church here. It's a cute little place, right? And it's just like a tiny little, I don't know, like collection of streets like in the main town area. My favorite little part of town is coming up. It's down by the harbour, and there's lots of like little quirky alternative stores there as well. I'm excited to show you. Oh yeah, here's some, so they do like bingo nights as well. This is at the Army and Navy place. That's ANAF as well. I don't know where Yuki Dogs is. Taqueria? So maybe there's a taco shop around that we haven't found yet, but yeah, there's lots of posters around for like events going on in the community, which yeah, gives me the impression that there is like a strong community atmosphere here. This is a coffee shop I haven't been to yet. It was recommended, but I don't know. It's not doing it for me. It's very dark in there. We got some good signage as well, so aquarium down there, the Wild Pacific Trail, which I'm actually going to take you up near to when we go and look for my drone. Oh, we've got a good map here. So, we're here now. And the Wild Pacific Trail is kind of what's made Ucluelet a bit more famous, I guess. There was this guy, what's his name? Oyster Jim. And he basically was fishing off of all of this coastline, off the rocks, all along here. He had all his different spots. He started to think one day that, wouldn't this be great if this was like a pathway that you could walk between all these different spots? He wanted to share what he was experiencing, the beauty of the coast, with everyone else. So he kind of, started putting together this plan, this map of all these different coastal paths. And then he sat in this co-op here, which is a supermarket. It's the local main supermarket. He sat in the foyer there of the supermarket, and he would just basically tell people who came in about his plans and his wishes to build this coastal path. And 10 years later, the Wild Pacific Trail is now a thing. So yeah, this is the start of the trail here, the Wild Pacific, and it goes all the way around the headland here. It loops back through like main road and residential areas back to here, and then we continue all the way along, and you can go right up to here as well. Now they are actually extending it, well, they're proposing to extend it all the way up to the national park. The Pacific Rim National Park is like in between Tofino and Ucluelet, so they do want to extend the Wild Pacific Trail into a huge, like, I guess it would have to be like a multi-day hike, which would be incredible. But at the moment it's an 8k hike, which you can do just in Ucluelet town, and it takes a full day. Like we thought 8k's we could do in like a few hours, but we're constantly stopping. There was like a place where we stopped for lunch as well. There's the Black Rock Resort, which was beautiful to stop for lunch and have amazing views over the ocean. Everywhere offers binoculars as well, so if you go into places like along the coastal path, they'll have binoculars there, and you can just like gaze out to the ocean and try and find some whales, which we saw a lot of yesterday, which was really cool. But yeah, the Wild Pacific Trail has been fantastic. We just loved it, and yeah, you can do small sections of it if you're not that able, and you can park at different locations just to do little loops as well, which is really, really handy. But yeah, that's the story of the Wild Pacific Trail. Right, I'm gonna head over to, there's a couple of places around here. There's a snack shack, a cantina, we've got the brewery. I think this is actually an old, I'm pretty sure this is an old church. Oh yeah, here it is. So this church, and I guess it's been redesigned, reinvigorated, but look at this view. This is a spot, isn't it? So that is the Ucluelet inlet, the harbour, the inner harbour, and there's a great coffee spot just down here as well, the Foggy Bean Coffee Company. So let's go and grab a coffee. Hi, how's it going?
How are you?
I'm good.
Can I get started with you?
I'm just after a latte on oat milk, please. Have here. Oh, it's such a nice spot here. Sat down here a couple of times now, just with a coffee, just looking over the mountains, the harbour. You can see all the people just wandering past as well. It's a great view though, isn't it? You can actually see the church steeple behind me as well. So it's obviously been reimagined from a church. I think a lot of churches around Canada have kind of, whether it's like lack of people attending or just maybe like lack of money or the cost of things going up, a lot of them have been kind of forced to like close down. So this one isn't a church anymore. There is a Ucluelet brewing upstairs, and then downstairs there's a coffee place as well. So it's turned into a bit of a, I guess like a hub as well, because like a brewery is always a place where a lot of people come together and have their like, I don't know, evenings, birthday parties. Yeah, it seems to be a pretty popular spot that we've noticed since we've been here as well. So I want to show you the footage from the drone when it fell out of the sky. So the drone's flying normally, everything's all good, and then all of a sudden it just starts losing control, and this is the last vision that I've got from the drone. So obviously it's in the water right there next to that rock. It may still be there, but may have been washed around like in the surf yesterday as well. So we're going to go to the beach nearby and see if it's still there. It may be washed up, yeah, like on the beachfront, or it might be in shallow water around there. It's a white drone, so on the black rocks it should be quite easy to spot through the water. I've got my polarized sunglasses, so hopefully I can like see through the water and spot it. But yeah, now's a good time of day as well, because the sun will be behind me looking down onto the beach, and yeah, hopefully we can see it. I still don't know what happened to the drone, whether it was a bird attack or a strike, or it was like a malfunction on the drone. It's never happened to me before, and the bird attack has never happened to me before as well. I've definitely had some birds that have been interested in the drone while it's been flying around certain places, but here there's been so many bald eagles. I didn't see any like around the drone when it was flying, so it does like make me question whether it was a bird attack. But yeah, there's certainly an element of mystery to this case as well. I've sent off like my insurance, so hopefully I'll get a replacement. But yeah, like I said, main priority now is to get the drone out of the water, just to reduce, you know, pollution and I don't know, any of those like components like leaking, I guess, into the water. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That looks like a good coffee to me. I have had a couple of coffees here and it is good. I think this is one of the only places actually in town that roasts their own beans. So you know that they're going to care about what they taste like. That's a good coffee. I like it when they use a good oat milk as well, like a high quality oat milk that actually froths up like normal milk. I don't know why, but I'm getting wet right now. I think the garden's got sprinklers on. But that is a great little coffee spot down there. I really, really do like it. Over here's a little store I haven't been into yet, but it's called West Coasters Reuse It. So it's like a little, I guess like a second-hand store. And I'll take you down now to the coolest little part of town, which in my opinion, this little block right here. The pizza store, there's a liquor store as well, but there's also a couple of restaurants like on the other side of that building. And then we've got a little park down here, and it's right next to the harbour as well. So strange, it's like the whole town is closed today though. A lot of places that I thought would be open. It's like a little shop here, like a health food store, and then this place as well. Interesting. I wonder if there's any locals in the chat, let me know, you know, Tuesdays. Is it closed on Tuesdays? It seems that way. But there's a lovely little park over here we can go and have a quick look at before we go down to the harbour. It's super nice, isn't it? We've got spring flowers out. Lovely little park in the sunshine here. I can see a kayaker out there on the water. It just looks, look at this. What a scene. The ocean, the inlet even. So nice, isn't it? There's lots of great spots around where you can just go and hang out in Ucluelet, which I really like, little pockets. Obviously there's all the coastal path you've got, but then there's like, I mean, just little seating areas as well. Here's the aquarium, which is quite popular actually, because it's unique. It's not an aquarium that just holds animals from the water. They actually go out and like catch a bunch of animals. They'll stay in the aquarium for the season, and then they might be changing some over now. They'll stay in the aquarium for the season, and then at the end of the season they do this whole community release down here at the harbour, where they basically let all the animals go. Yeah, it's a really, like, I don't know, I've never heard of that. Is it the world's only catch and release aquarium? It might be. It's something I've never heard of, but a really cool idea. So it allows people to come into the aquarium. It's only small. It used to be even smaller though. It was like a little box container. But basically it's been so successful that they've been given, I guess, funding to build this permanent structure here on the harbour. And yeah, they just have some sea creatures in there. I think right now there's an octopus in there, which is quite exciting. And then at the end of the season they'll release everything, and it will be a whole thing with the community. Everyone will come together and release all the creatures back to the ocean, and then I guess the aquarium closes for winter. But that's a really, really cool idea, isn't it? Right, are we keeping our eyes peeled for a sea lion? Let's have a look. We have seen a couple just like swimming up the inlet. You can tell they're sea lions because they've got like a really bulbous head. It's quite a big chunky head that pops out of the water. I can't see any right now, but it's obviously such a calm as a big truck goes past. That's not normally there. But what we liked about Ucluelet when we arrived was that it was so peaceful. I mean, pulling up to that campsite that we were at, as soon as we arrived, like I said, we were just like, wow, it's so calm here. I guess it's because it's like still out of like the main tourist season. I think after there's a May public holiday, which I think really kicks off the tourist season. Hasn't come just yet. I think it's maybe at the end of this week is like a long weekend, and that's like the start of the season. But yeah, everywhere we've been around Ucluelet has been just like so peaceful, so like different. It's a different atmosphere to Tofino. We've really noticed that. It's on the same like stretch of land, like the same kind of like peninsula, but yeah, the atmosphere is a lot different here. It's much calmer, much slower. It's a bit more local feeling, and yeah, the vibe is, it's friendly like Tofino, don't get me wrong. Tofino's not a bad place, but Tofino to me feels a bit more like it's got a big focus on tourism, and part of that is to like get people in, get them on a tour, and then like send them on their way. Whereas Ucluelet feels a bit more like a place where, I don't know, it's like you come and you slow down and you kind of do nothing. I don't know, walk around the coastal path and it just seems much more of a slower pace here than Tofino. But Tofino's a very chill place as well, so this, as you can imagine, in my comparison, is very, very chill here. I don't know if these are houses up here. There's businesses at the bottom of this, but I'm not sure about the top of this building. They're very, very nice houses, if they were. The view to there's like islands out here in the harbour as well, which is quite cool. You can this is what we're going to experience later this week when we go on the kayaks. The kayak tour starts from, I think, down the way a little bit at another little boat launch or a kayak launch, and then we can go around these islands off into the inlet and around. Yeah, it should be quite nice, should be quite chill. Another thing we've noticed around here, which I haven't seen before as well, is this borrow a life jacket. So if you're going onto a boat or a kayak and you haven't got a life jacket, they'd rather you just borrow one of these than go without, which is a great initiative. That should be like in all harbours around the world, I think. That's so good. Oh, there's a place over here, it's got open at 10 a.m. Maybe I'm just a bit early for a lot of these places. Maybe that's part of why Ucluelet is so slow. It feels so slow and everyone just kind of like chills. And yeah, the aquarium's the same thing, opens at 10 a.m. Right, well there you go. Unless you're going out for coffee, don't bother trying to go out and see the shops around Ucluelet before 10 a.m. I think not a lot of places will be open. How nice is this though? So serene, isn't it? I've got more kayaking tours here. There's Jamie's whaling station, which is who we actually did our beer tour in Tofino with. If you want to see that, you have to go over to my other channel and check out our Tofino video. But we did a beer watching tour. We saw 3 black bears. Some were on Vancouver Island, some were on other islands. But yeah, it was a great tour. Really, really glad that we got to see black bears like in the wild. They were just fishing or feeding off the water at low tide. There's a great little playground down here as well for the kids. This is the first cafe I went to when I got here. This is called Yayu Cafe, and this is the back of those like cool buildings that I was talking about before. So there's like a bit of a hub here. There's an art centre down the bottom. There's another restaurant up top here called The Break. I do want to go and have a quick look at the menu actually. It looks popular. Let's see what they got. All right, it looks really good. I think I'm gonna get a sandwich. Yeah, it looks like really good food. Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. I see you do a veggie version of the sausage sandwich.
Yeah, so what we do is we replace the sausage with an extra spicy egg.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try one of those.
For sure.
Yeah, cool. All right, I will go for a sandwich. Man, it's a busy little kitchen in here. There's heaps going on. and it is like you walk in, order, and then you come through, collect your food, and then out the door. They've got a real system going on in this place. But it was recommended by Campground to come and check this place out for food, so I'm glad I'm finally checking it out. So I've got the location now of where my drone is, and to walk up there, it says it's going to be 37 minutes. But yeah, this is the spot. There's actually an island. So if I go to the end of the road here, I'm hoping I can access one of these beaches down here. And then my drone is actually here. So I'm hoping it may have washed up along here somewhere. Or maybe onto the beach here, I'm not really sure, but yeah, all we can do is go and have a look and hope. And if it seems like there's a day over the next week or so where it's a bit quieter and the waves aren't as swelly, maybe I can try and get my hands on a snorkel kit and yeah, go and dive for it. We'll see. If I can't find it today, there's a backup plan. What a drama. Do you work at that surf shop up at the junction?
I do, yeah.
I was like, when have I seen you?
What was your name?
Corey.
Corey, Michael.
Yeah, I stayed up there last week.
Like the other day, yeah. I definitely recognize it.
Yeah.
Little side gig over here, you know?
Yeah, cool, man.
I've been dishwashing since I was 12 years old, so you may as well stay with what you know.
Stick with what you know, man. Yeah, cool.
For 10, washing for 15. So.
Okay, sweet. I just ran into the guy who was up at there was a place we stayed up the road up at the junction. Basically, when you're coming out to Tofino or Ucluelet, you get to a junction and you turn left to Ucluelet or you go right to Tofino. There's a little surf shop on the corner at that junction, and there they allow you to stay in their car park overnight in an RV for 20 bucks a night. Crispy cash as well, so it's a good deal because most other places, like, they'll charge you, I don't know, like $50 to $100, even $150 a night for accommodation even with your RV, which obviously sounds crazy, but when you find places like that you still have a few amenities. They had toilets on site, they had water, they had electricity at the surf shop, which you could use while they were open if we needed to charge our batteries and stuff. But they do have some sites out there where you can plug into electricity, but that's for a bit more. I think it was $50 a night. So we went for the $20 a night, and we were pretty self-sufficient in our RV anyway. But yeah, it's great when you can find a little spot like that. They even have Wi-Fi as well, which was super handy. It didn't mean we had to use our lithium battery to run our Starlink, which meant we could just be pretty much like off-grid, running on just like, I guess, our solar power and the battery that we had in the RV. But yeah, that's just up the road. Great little spot. We might end up heading back there. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Right. That looks decent. That looks like a damn good veggie sandwich. Look at egg, mayo. That's like a rosti in there. I feel like this is going to be super messy though. I've got a crow watching me as well. He knows there's going to be some bits on the floor from this one. Oh my god. That is a decent sandwich. Really decent. That's an aioli on there. Garlicky. Alright. So this spot out here, that's like a really popular spot where people come and, I guess, eat their food from that joint there. It's like nice and peaceful down here. It's a pretty quiet road. And yeah, we've seen a lot of people just hanging out down there. with their food that they've just got from that place, the break. Delish. A cute little bike shop here. Yes, they do like rentals. Got e-bikes as well, which is great because there's actually it's a cycle path. If you saw my last video in Tofino, there's a cycle path which runs 44 kilometers between Ucluelet and Tofino. Goes through the national park. It's all like pretty well sealed, I'm pretty sure, from what I've seen. There might be a few like gravelly sections, but in general it's a great cycle path. There's a crow and he is just following me, determined. He's seen these sandwiches before and he knows they're bloody messy. She's so friendly. Is she an outdoor cat then? Yeah.
Oh.
She's lovely.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
She's
Do you worry about the wolves and stuff out here, or the wolves?
They might get them down at Komodo's, which is
Okay.
it's kind of a remote site.
Yeah.
And I asked Ellen Komodo how on earth they got them. She said when they're their business, they're not thinking. The wolves.
Yeah. Okay.
And a wolf killed a dog recently.
I heard. Yeah, that's terrible.
But not right in the middle of town.
No.
We
Okay.
just get deer.
Deer. I've seen a lot of deer.
Yes.
How long have you lived here?
Oh, a little over 50 years, I guess.
50 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Came for a year.
Okay. Yeah, you must have seen it change over the years.
Yeah, although this part is one of the oldest parts.
Yeah, it seems that way.
But there was just we called it the shack when we lived in it,
Yeah.
and it was a shack.
And so you've built it up.
So a friend and I began building our 2 houses. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, that's all right. Nice to meet you.
Anyway,
And
nice meeting you. And
yeah.
Your name is?
Corey,
Corey, and you're from?
New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm loving it here in Yuki. It's lovely.
Okay.
What was your name?
My name's David.
David.
And you're Corey.
Corey, yeah.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
I actually remember for 5 minutes. That's good.
Yeah, good on you. Take care.
See you, Corey.
Enjoy your day. Bye, pussycat. Here you go. David's been living there for 50 years in a little shack when he first got here. A little new build going on there. Don't know if it's just a garage, but it looks cute. And I can actually hear a seal or a sea lion down on the water. So we'll go along here because these houses here, I think this is like the oldest part of Ucluelet. That's the nickname for Ucluelet, by the way, Yuki. And yeah, that guy David, he said this is the oldest part here. So all these houses are, I guess, the longest standing. But there's a little harbour just up here we can pop down to. Actually, we can see it. If we just peek over. So there's a little harbour and a jetty. Maybe we can go and see a sea lion. I'm going to get rid of this as well. Alright, let's go and see if we can find the source of that seal noise. Oh, it's so cool down here. Beautiful little jetty. Where's the seal then? Oh, I can see it. I think it'll be quite hard for you to see it on this camera, but there's a couple out there by this seafood market. You might see them shining in the water over there, the light reflecting off them. But it looks like they're waiting for whatever's happening on that boat to spill over into the water. Look how lovely these little places are right on the waterfront. That's gorgeous. Yeah, there's a lot of action going on over there. Seagulls, sea lions, There's a ship loading or unloading over there. Everyone's interested. Beautiful little place, isn't it? Very quiet, very peaceful. You can see some fish there under the boat as well. There's a whole school of fish over there. This this sandwich is going to fill me up for the day for sure. I need to clean my hands, and I want to do this without dropping anything in the water. You can see lots of like fish moving about in this water here as well. I guess they're like...
Oh, we got another movie producer here. What's your name? Henry George?
Corey.
Corey.
I'm Corey the Kiwi.
Corey the Kiwi's here in Yuki. Woo-hoo. Let's go for a swim with the otters.
Yeah, man. Yeah, lots of little ripples in the water of all the little schools of fish. It's so nice and picturesque, these houses here. Right on the waterfront. Gorgeous. Though this is a tsunami risk zone if you are right here on the waterfront and there is an earthquake in the Pacific. You do need to get to high water pretty quickly. High water, high land, higher ground. There's information all around as well, like when you're in town we'll show you a map of areas which are like deemed safe. I think basically you have to get 20 meters above the sea level, like average sea level. So that place there would not be safe. Oh, so serene though. So picturesque there. Now, one of the other things that they have here, one of the things that they have to contend with in Ucluelet is sea wolves. Obviously, Canada is renowned for its wildlife, and yeah, sea wolves are a thing. They're basically wolves that have a coastal diet. So yeah, you gotta be aware, especially if you've got a dog and you're down at any of the beaches along this coast. I don't think that they're like within the township. I don't think, but there's a lot of warnings around. So there is like definitely like a concern about the wolves. A lot of warnings saying like don't have your dogs off lead, stay off certain beaches. Some beaches dogs are just banned, but those are like more north of here, like in the national park. Yeah, so there are wolves around. Now the sea wolves, they're like a rarer type of wolf, as opposed to like the normal North American grey wolf, I think it is. They have like a 90% seafood diet, so they've adapted to these like coastal regions where they fish on the shore. I think they eat like crabs and crustaceans, and maybe they get stuff out of like the tidal pools, as well as like catching fish as well. I think I've even seen videos of them pestering bears who have caught fish and trying to like scavenge a meal out from a bear, which is a pretty bold move. But yeah, there's definitely wolves around. There's another thing which we've seen a lot of in town, not only at our campgrounds, but in these like streets around here. We might see some today if we're lucky, and that's deer, wild deer. They seem to just go out and eat people's, clean the lawns for people, like mow their lawns for them, eating the grass. They seem to like the flower petals in spring. We've seen them underneath a cherry blossom, just munching away. So yeah, there's plenty of deers around as well. We'll keep our eyes peeled for those as well. But yeah, we need to get back to our mission, the original mission that we're out for. There's dogs around. There are dogs in people's gardens, which I am intrigued by because of this wolf problem. So the wolves will actually lure dogs, especially if they're off lead. They'll lure them. I don't know how they do that, but it's a behaviour that they do, where they lure a domestic dog away from the people it's with, and they'll actually then kill it, which is like very, very sneaky, very nasty. But yeah, maybe someone can let us know in the comments below how the wolves actually do that, where they lure a dog away. So we're getting up now into the peninsula. This is the southern tip of the Ucluelet Peninsula. It's a really hard name to say that. You want to say Ucluelet. Wait, Ucluelet. But that's really hard to pronounce. So the way that you're supposed to say it is Ucluelet. Ucluelet. It's really tricky. But yeah, we're getting down to the southern point of the peninsula. And here it kind of branches off into different little sections. We've got some private properties. Obviously you can't go and access those, but there's some beaches down here as well, public beaches, which is obviously open for the public to go and explore. And again, it's an extension of this cycle path as well. As you saw that cyclist just going past me. This is multi-use pathway where you can cycle all the way from Tofino, all the way to the southern tip here of Ucluelet, which is great. Now I'm just coming up to where we spotted some deer yesterday, so I'm keeping my eyes peeled. It was in someone's garden yesterday. There's a few of them, and yeah, they were just cleaning up the garden. How lovely. So yeah, here yesterday you can see the cherry blossom petals on the floor, but there was a couple of deer in here yesterday, and they're just cleaning up. They've actually cleaned up quite a bit of the petals, which is funny. They must like it. It must be quite tasty for them, the petals. But yeah, there was heaps on the floor yesterday, not so much today, so they've done a good job. Well done, deer. And then they ended up going across this way. There's actually a deer crossing sign here. So this is where, I guess, commonly they go off into this property here. Maybe that's where they hang out, because it's not someone's house. Maybe that's where they live. Well, I can't see any today. But yeah, no doubt, if you're in Ucluelet for a while, you'll probably see some deer while you're here. Here's some little resort here as well, some cute little houses, and we're quite close to a beach here as well. This is Little Beach, so great access to these public beaches as well. It's looking really calm out there. It is looking so calm. I'm quite hopeful that we can get out into the water enough where we could just see it and I could just dive down and grab it. The water is super cold, so hopefully I can hack it. Well, the first step is actually getting to the beach where we need to get to. Hopefully we can access it. That's going to be the first thing. If we can do that, then we're in with a chance. What a mission. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is actually part of the Wild Pacific Trail. Well, that's a connecting road on the Peninsula Road here. And it's quite peaceful. We're surrounded by trees. There's not too much traffic. And on each side of us, we've actually got the Pacific Ocean. Hey. So yeah, there's beaches on this side, and then we've got like an inlet on this side as well. Quite a lovely little little street. But yeah, you wouldn't know it because we're just surrounded by trees right now. Now yesterday when we did the Wild Pacific Trail, like I said, 8Ks, I thought we'd be done in a couple of hours, maybe 3. It took us all day. I think we started at 9 o'clock maybe, and then we didn't get back till after 5. So it was like a full day of hiking. Yeah, pretty amazing scenes though. And all along the trail there's just benches. I think we counted over 50 benches. They're numbered along the way, so all the benches are like in these beautiful picturesque spots, and I guess they're laid out along the path to like encourage people to sit down and take a breath and just enjoy the dramatic scenery. And quite often they're like in these sheltered little pockets in the trees as well, which is quite good. Right, I do have to make sure, I think I need to stay on this road actually, all the way to the end of it, so we get to the right part near the beach where I need to get to. And then we just need to find a way to access that beach. Yeah, here's one of the accommodations right here. And that's beachfront accommodation as well, which would obviously be very lovely to stay at. We are in springtime as well, so we have got all the beautiful flowers in bloom, petals on people's gardens or on the floor. It's very beautiful. I mean, look at these, that's like a, I don't know, those flowers make me think we're in Hawaii or something. Really pretty. Right, we might cut down across. There's a path which we didn't do yesterday, which I'll like to go and have a look at. It just shoots off to the left here, and I think it goes down to a beach. I did kind of think that we might see like bears and stuff in town, but I don't think they're in town. I don't think they're on this part of the peninsula. Even though there are warnings around and stuff, I did think that maybe, especially because we're right down like on the waterside at the campground, that we might be lucky enough to spot some feeding at low tide. But we haven't seen any yet. It's probably a place where they historically would have stayed. Oh wow, someone's got a little sauna there in the garden. How magical. Oh my days, is that? Well, I'm guessing this is like private property, but wow, that's gorgeous. Beautiful little place, and I'm pretty sure that is part of like a holiday accommodation there. But yeah, we've got the beach down here, though it's quite bushy to get to. But yeah, there's accommodation up there. These are all units you can rent, I believe. So there's heaps of great accommodation in this area. These are the South Swell cabins. Look at that. Part of the inlet here. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, we got a little access path. Oh no, it's not. It's actually fenced off, but it's been broken. So yeah, I'm not too worried actually about seeing any wolves or bears down this part of Ucluelet, because I don't think it's enough space for them, enough forest space for them to sort of like survive without constantly getting into human conflict. Oh, we got a little split in the path here. Let's go. Let's have a look where it takes us. Oh my goodness, look at this. Great. Little view, a bit tree, Nice though, eh? Can you see what I mean about it just being so like quiet and serene here? It's so picturesque, and there's just like not that many people about. It's so nice. Such a like idyllic little town, and you don't have to go far to find these places, these little pockets of bliss, serenity. Now this is obviously all on the inlet side, so once we get over to the Pacific side, you'll see there's a big difference in the way that the beaches and the coves look. This is obviously very, very protected, and then once we get over the other side, you'll see it's very exposed, very rocky, very worn down by that Pacific Ocean. Wow. Lovely little section. I thought it would be quite like boggy and not very interesting down there, but it's really beautiful. And there's someone's house is just here as well. Or is that part of a, that could be part of a holiday accommodation? I think it is. Yeah, it's a holiday accommodation there. There's so much around, so many places for you to stay. Well, some of these trees are so impressive as well. But yeah, from our walk on the Wild Pacific Trail yesterday, there's two places that I would recommend checking out if you're coming to the area. One is the Black Rock Resort. It's a big property with, I guess they have seafront rooms as well as some like interior rooms as well. But it's right on the edge of the beach there, right on the edge of the cliff. So you do get to see like a lot of wave action. Even if you're in one of the interior rooms, there's common areas, there's the restaurant, as well as like a foyer area where you could go and watch waves as well. So if you stayed there, you were at one of the other rooms, I think you could still enjoy the waves and stuff. That's one of them. The other one is the Nami project. I think it's fairly new, like it's a new build there, but it's further along the coastal path, right on the rocks essentially, and yeah, really exposed position looking out. Even if you were here and you had like a stormy sea or a foggy mist, you know, not perfect summer conditions, it would still be really magical, I think, because even like with bad weather, being like in like a nice cozy modern accommodation can be really delightful as well. So those are my two recommendations. We've had pretty good weather here. We've been quite lucky with the weather, but like I said, if you were there and it wasn't the height of summer, you had a bit of like drizzle or fog or storms even, I would even put this place down as a great place to come in winter to watch the winter storms. I imagine it's the same as the Atlantic, getting like the storms from the Atlantic Ocean. Hey, here on the Pacific you probably get the same thing, and it would be a great place to come during those to watch those storms roll in and smash against the rocks right in front of you as you're sipping on a nice warm coffee or a hot chocolate, fireplace on. Oh yeah, that's the dream. Alright, we are coming to the end of our Peninsula Road now, so let's see if we are getting close to the beach we need to get to. Yeah, I think we need to keep going up towards the island. Let's see. We just need to find a good access down to the coast, and then once we're on the coast we can maneuver around the rocks to get to where we need to get to. I I really, really hope that we get to find this drone. Can you imagine how exciting that would be? Because I actually got some really great drone shots of the campground that we were at the morning of. This is the weird thing. The drone was in tip-top condition, like had no issues with it in the morning. It was flying perfectly fine, full satellite range. I think I was about 600 meters away from where I took off, so distance wasn't an issue. Had full signal between the drone and the controller. It's like it just got hit by something. In fact, I think I even saw on the controller, because it's got like sensors all around it. So I think I saw on the controller there was like a warning for like, what happens is if you get close to an object like a tree or a building, it'll give you like a warning on the controller screen at which direction that object is coming from. And I remember seeing there was a warning on the like back right hand side of the drone as I was, well, just before it fell out of the sky. So that kind of tells you what may have happened. The other thing is, it could well have been like a local person who really, really doesn't like drones has thrown something, but it was about 60 meters up in the sky and probably 30 meters offshore. So it's quite a throw if someone was to give that a whirl. Am I going down here? Let's see. No, that's not the right way, I don't think. Next one. The thing is though, I was getting a shot of the beach, so I wasn't imposing on anyone's like privacy. I was quite away from like people's houses. I was over the water obviously, and I was looking at a beach. Okay, so this is the issue. We've come to the end of the road and it says private, 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 private. No trespassing, no littering. And we need to get down to, what does this say? Oh, there's cats here. These cats are fed daily. So, oh, okay. I thought that was going to be information about accessing the beach. Now when it says private road, that usually means for cars. Yeah, so the sign here says private road, dead end, no turnaround, and this says local traffic only. So I'm guessing that this is still like public footpath. It's just private road. Alright, we've got some cougar warnings here. We've got access to the beach as well. It's not great when you see a cougar warning sign right next to the path that you want to go down. Maybe we'll... Yeah. Oh, hang on. Maybe this is a giveaway. It says private property, Jenny Reef Estates. Owner will not be responsible for injury. So to me, that says you're allowed to go there, but you can't claim that the owner of the property has any liability if you hurt yourself or get injured or whatever. So I think that means we're okay. We'll go down into the beach. I'm just going to see if there's like an access path down here or if it's all like residential. I think we need to go back. So let's go back to the cougar sign and have a look over there. See if we can get down onto the beachfront and then go around. What a mission, guys. Good Lord. I'm still very hopeful. Very, very hopeful. It doesn't look as accessible as I thought it might be. That pathway didn't really lead to anywhere. I did think that this would be a bit easier to get down to the beach, but it's quite it's quite dense bush. I'm gonna keep walking. Actually, there's a person up here. I'm gonna ask them if you can access the beach. Oh, she's walking off into a house. Maybe not then. Well, we can keep walking up. Like I said, if we get to the rocks, if we can get to the rocks, then I'm pretty sure we'll be all right. You know what? Maybe the drone was taken out by something. Maybe because it's like a private island. It may have been like targeted by something. Oh, we have an opening. All right, let's try this. See how far we can get. Down to the beach, hopefully. Oh yeah, this looks like a path. Let's follow it and see where we get to. Oh yes, nice, I see some stairs. Okay, I'm feeling good again, guys. I'm feeling optimistic. Stairs down. Oh, it's a lookout. Okay. Well, it's gone a little bit darker than I was expecting. There's so much seaweed in the water as well where it could get tangled up in. But we could just go rock hopping around and see what we can see. Let's go down. If nothing else, this will be a good adventure. Right, we need to get around to where we can see those rocks. And I think they might just be around this corner here. So we're quite well, like, I guess, sheltered from the houses up on the side here. So we're not going to disturb anyone. We're not imposing on anyone's privacy. But yeah, as you can see, the tide has gone out a bit, leaving some of the like seaweed exposed as well. Could you imagine if I just saw my drone just in the rocks here? How amazing that would be. I can see quite well through the water with these polarized glasses, which is handy. I'm looking for a white electronic starfish. Oh, I've got a real starfish. 2 starfish, but not the starfish we're looking for. Oh, 3 starfish. So we are seeing some wildlife. That's good. All right, we need to cross this little canyon here. So there's waves over there. I'm glad the tide is going out right now because I think this might be cut off at high tide. The sun's coming out now, which is good. And we're getting closer to the spot we need to get to. Okay, I can see the rocks. Yeah, so those are the rocks out there. It's a bit of a leap to that. That might be a better view though. I want to get over there. I just need to make sure that we don't get caught in a wave. I think I can make the jump. All right, ready? Okay, big jump. Oh. My wife would never be up for this kind of an adventure. That's why I do these videos on my own. These wild missions that we go on. It just gives me that one less thing to worry about. Well, I can't see anything. Can't see anything here. Let's keep going to the end of the rock. It's quite a way to swim out, isn't it? I think it's too far to swim out there. But if I had maybe a paddleboard or a kayak and a snorkel set, could have had a chance. So close. So close yet so far. How great it would have been if it was just here. It's actually not that wavy today. It's like kind of the perfect day to go and like explore. If you were gonna go and do like a bit of a snorkel mission, it would actually be the perfect day to do it. Just hoping, imagining that it could be just here. Really, really wishful thinking. Well, I guess the next thing to do would be to go and get a snorkel kit from somewhere. And I don't know, swim out there, have a look around. It could be anywhere in here though. I mean, like there's so many coves where it could have washed into. That's the thing, isn't it? You really need like a diving kit. I've actually got, back in the UK, like a portable, like a small diving tank, which you could use perfect for things like this, where you just want to dive down for 5 or 10 minutes and have a look around. But I didn't bring it with me on this trip. I didn't think I'd be going diving, unfortunately. We'll see. I have notified like the campgrounds that we're staying at, so hoping that if it does wash up on a beach here, sometimes stuff like that does kind of just appear on a beach or whatever, that it gets kind of shared on like a local Facebook page or something, and then from there hopefully they can contact me and let me know. Like I said, there's some really nice drone shots on there that I would like to use in our content and like to have, but unfortunately it's in there at the moment. It is a super lightweight drone, like it's less than 250 grams, so it is the kind of thing that would quite easily get washed around in the ocean and could just get taken up to the beach. But as of yet, I cannot see it. Might actually just have a quick zoom in on the beachfront there and see, because it's been a whole day since it happened. Let's see. Imagine if it was just on the shoreline. There is something over there. There's something on the next to where like you can see the tide line is, and it's like white on top of the sticks that have been washed up. Maybe I should just nip over there quickly and see what that is. At least get closer and have a look. Oh. I did it, don't worry. I'm safe. There's very talkative crows around, which is a little concerning. I've heard that crows can predict the presence of wolves, where they know where wolves are going to show up. So now crows have become a bit of an omen for me. Oh, but no wolves here. Apparently, the sea wolves are quite a rare breed. So I think it would be very rare to see them. And I don't, like I said, I don't think they would frequent this populated peninsula now. There's not enough land for them to exist in without being interfered with by people and dogs and, you know, interactions with other animals. Right, I'm going to see if I can get a bit more of a zoom on. See what that, whatever that thing was. Honestly, it doesn't look like it could be a drone. It looks like it's a drone that's on its back. There's a white body, and it looks like an arm, and it looks like a black camera. I have to go. I have to go and investigate. That would just be the most amazing outcome. Alright, we're just going to head around this beach. Oh, a bird. I do love rock hopping. I used to do it a lot in New Zealand. I lived sort of near the coast and would rock hop along the rocks in New Plymouth, and we'd go so fast. They have this sea wall. It's like a foreshore walkway, and it went for miles. You could just go along the whole thing, which was really, really cool. But we'd get up to a really good pace as well, running along the boulders. And when you're running along into boulders like that, you sort of have to not think. You kind of go into like automatic action mode, where you're just, oh my god, look at this beach. It's like a private little beach here. Yeah, you're just kind of bouncing along the rocks, and your body's just doing what it naturally needs to do to not fall over as you're going so fast. Oh, I don't know, guys. I'm not sure if that's the drone or not. As I get closer, it's looking a little bit less like a drone. It's too white. Mine's a bit more grey. Was it that I saw? Damn. I really thought that was it. There's a tree house up there with the swings in it. That looks so cool. Well, I'm over on the beach now. We might as well go for a walk. Look at this. I can't believe that people get to live with this on their doorstep. Oh, easy, easy. Oh, man. And then we've got the, look at this, sandbar between the island and the mainland. I wonder if the tide fully cuts this off at high tide. Maybe this is where the animals live. It's like segregated, isn't it? Let's go and have a look then. There's a lot of shells on this beach. I think to get to where we need to go, I've got to go up and around all of that, which I think I'm not prepared to do. It might be a little bit too far of a stretch. to go all the way, climbing over quite some big boulders that I'll have to scale. Yeah, I think this is a snorkel mission actually, as opposed to a on-foot mission. I thought it would be when I set out. I mean, when I lost it yesterday, I thought that was the only way that I'd find it. There's so many little areas and coves where it could have actually ended up as well. I'm just kind of looking for anything that looks unnatural, like a weird shape in the water. Anything that stands out as like not normal, not natural, just to see. But no, I can't see anything of interest down there. Like, it's such a huge expanse as well. Guys, I'm gonna surrender my mission, I think. I'm gonna head back. I will just go around the rock though, just on the off chance something does catch my eye in the water. There's a lot of seaweed in there as well, isn't there? But it is quite clear. That is the one saving grace, is that if it were to get close to the shoreline, we could see it. If I had a good wetsuit, it would actually be lovely to snorkel in there. It's so calm and so clear. That might even be something to do just for recreation. Right, I'm gonna head back and get off this beach that I'm not 100% sure I'm allowed to be on. There was a local in his car, just kind of watching me, and I don't know if he was being very welcoming or not. Here's our pathway. Yeah, he was kind of watching me, and then he did this, like as if, are you lost? Yes, sir, I am lost. So maybe do not come down here for a day at the beach. I don't think it's like a public spot. But like I said, I'm on a mission to right my wrongs. All right. Maybe we'll be back. It does look like a proper pathway though, doesn't it? It does look like something that is accessible through the grass. Maybe people just don't like people in their space when they live in a place like that. I can imagine you'd want to keep it all to yourself, a little secret. Whew, all right, mission failed. That is a shame. But I guess I learned a lesson, didn't I? About flying the drone. Always be prepared for it to fall out of the sky, because you never know. That just happened completely like out of the blue, and I had no warning. There was just instantaneous loss of control, and yeah, now it's something I have to try and fix. So I'll try. I'll go into town and see if I can find a snorkel set. They might have stuff like that at the supermarket actually. Let's go and take a look. I did want to show you quickly some of these other accommodations which you can get to. These ones here, they must be very new, but if you go through this way here to Terrace Beach, you can see how close to the seashore they are. Let's look at these ones. Thecabins.ca. Very modern but cookie cutter looking. I imagine they're quite nice and new inside. But yeah, let's take a walk through. You can see how close to the beach they are. So that right there, looking lovely. And then here, you've just got Terrace Beach. Lovely little protected beach by a little island out there. Birds singing songs in the trees. It's really nice down here. So we're hoping to extend our stay in one of these places. Or like I said, Black Rock or Nami project, because they're all very close to the ocean, and that's why you come here to Uki, come here to see the ocean. But yeah, lovely places, eh? Nice big parking as well. I'm sure we could fit an RV in there somewhere. And then over here you've got, just across the road, this is that South Swell Cabins. They look nice as well. I like the look of this roundhouse, but they've also got these. This is what we saw just down on that beach, just down in front of them, where it was a bit marshy. But super nice location. Beach on one side, and then sunrise on the other. Lovely. So in the local store, they've got like a hardware store as well. See what we can find. Oh. Beach stuff, nearly. Okay. We've got some very basic looking snorkels. Got no idea how much they are. This is adult as well. Look at that. It's an option, I suppose. Got more here. That's a bit better, that one. Proper snorkel. $26. It's quite a good one as well. It's quite a low volume mask, that one. Yeah, let's get this, and we'll see if we get the right conditions. We can head out there for a snorkel. Hi there.
Hello. Got a code number?
No. Thank you. Right, mission complete. We've got the snorkel set, and hopefully we can find some good conditions to get out there and snorkel. I'll give you an update in the next video. It's a little bit more lively now in town now. It's 12:30. So we've been out for a few hours now, and yeah, it's like more places are open, there's more people about. The fish and chip shop is packed. There's a little fish and chip shop here which I've been trying to get to. It's called Jiggers Fish and Chips, and it seems like it runs out of a little van which just pulls up when they're open. But I'm definitely going to suss those guys out at some point as well. Fresh, well, I'm not going to get any fish because I don't eat fish, but get some nice hand cut chips hopefully. Looks popular. And then this spot here, this does little bestie ice cream. They actually do kiwi, like New Zealand style ice cream, which I did not expect to find here on the west coast of Canada. So random. But the ice cream is really good. New Zealand style ice cream is basically, they've got a machine, like a soft serve machine, and they put in like a scoop of soft serve, and they also put in fresh fruit. So I used to go to a place on the drive down to see my family down in the bottom of the North Island of New Zealand. There was a fruit farm and we'd go there. You'd choose, you know, you get vanilla ice cream. I think you could also get like maybe different flavors, chocolate, raspberry. Well, you put the fruits in there, so you could choose, yeah, strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, blueberries. So this berry farm had it all, and yeah, you just make this. Well, they put it through the machine and it comes out as a really, really fresh fruit ice cream. It's delish. So yeah, a little surprise there from New Zealand all the way here on the west coast of Vancouver Island. But you can see the streets a little bit more busy now. It's still a relatively quiet town though. Still very, very very chilled. You can see the artwork again. We're getting back to the campsite. So I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for our walk. And yeah, I will keep you guys updated in the next video whether we do end up going to do a bit of snorkeling here. I think we could, like if we get a stay up that end of town, then I think it could be quite easy just to pick a really low tide day and pop into the water and have a little look around. You never know, you never know. I have had some luck before finding things. I lost my keys for my car once in a waterfall, and I just kept diving down with an optimistic, positive attitude, thinking I'm going to find them, it's just a matter of time. And sure enough, the key ring slipped around my finger as I was diving down, fumbling on the stony underwater floor. So it can be done. I'm staying positive, stay optimistic. It will come back to me. And yeah, with that guys, I hope you have a brilliant day or evening wherever you're watching this from, and I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully with some good news about my drone. All right, peace, thanks for watching, bye.